Hey guys, it's Wags with Ironman 4x4, and I wanted to talk to you about some tips and tricks, really just some simple things I found when I've been using this Swift 1400 tent that makes it a little bit easier to use it and to make your tent last longer. So the first one is, and this pretty much applies to all tents, whether they're rooftop or not, but you want to keep it opened up as much as possible. Ventilation's key. Condensation is the #1 killer of these tents. So Ironman 4x4 did a couple cool things. The mattress is nice and thick. Underneath it, if you peel it back, there is a anti-condensation mat, which is made out of honeycomb material so that the air does flow underneath. That'll keep your mattress nice. But when I'm done using my tent, I open everything up, and that's whether I'm out in the snow or the rain or just dry dust. Open everything up, pull your mattress out, pull the condensation mat out, grab an air compressor or even a leaf blower, blow everything out. You want to get it nice and clean before you pack it away for any long period of time. If you put the material, if you pack it up and the material's wet, it will mold. That's just true for anything in life. You put something away wet, you will get fuzzy mold on it. You don't want to do that. The next little trick, which you probably know, but I feel like an idiot because I didn't, is when you are putting your ladder away, after it's extended out, you don't have to push on every set of latches to put it away. This ladder, if you push on the red ones and keep it pushed in, you can push all the way through and close it up just like that, way faster. Again, on the ladder, when you go to set it up, I think the instructions say you want to have the angle of this between 70 and 75 degrees. Well, if you don't carry a protractor with you everywhere, an easy way to remember that is the height of the ladder divided into 4s. So a quarter is how far out the feet need to come. So does that make sense? So you got half the truck, quarter of the truck's about yay. The feet need to be this far out. So this could even come in a little bit if we wanted to. But yeah, it's like slope, right? Rise over run, only backwards, run over rise. Something like that. For closing up your tent, another good trick is this orange bungee cord, which hooks to the walls of your tent. When you go to close the top down, it's supposed to pull the side fabric in to kind of origami everything out and pack it down flat. Well, if your bungee cord's got slack in it, if it's, if the hooks are too long, you need to tighten that up. So if you can loosen the half hitch up, and we'll take up a bunch of slack, and then we'll tighten it right back down. See how much shorter that is? And then when we stretch it out and hook it on, it'll really pull that fabric in. When you go to close your tent up, you want, again, all that fabric on the sides and the back to bungee in and suck down tight, so when it clamshells down, nothing's hanging out. So this little orange pull tab here is a big 360 bungee. You pull this thing back and you want to get it up nice and high. The front of the bungee sits down in this channel. If you pull on it, you want to push it up so it's up on the fabric. Do that on both front sides. And before you close your tent down, you've got this nice soft rubber gasket here. That is going to close all the way down and it's going to mate on this surface here. This part of your frame is going to get dust, rocks, dirt. So before you close it up, wipe it out. It's going to save your gasket and make your tent last that much longer. Sometimes these little screen toggle loops can get stuck when you're closing the tent between the rubber gasket and the mounting face. And you don't want that because anything in between that is going to allow moisture or dirt and dust to get in there, possibly, ruin your tent. So what I did, I grabbed about that much, probably 2 feet of 550 cord, just put a half hitch here around the front loop, then wrap the 550 cord up around the bungee that sucks everything together, and then put a slip knot on the other side through this loop. And then you can see that we don't lose any usability. We can still use the screen, and when our bungee's down, it just sits there. We can use it like normal, but when we go to put it away and put our big bungee up, you can see it just pulls those loops in so that when we close our tent, they get sucked inside with all the fabric and keeps our mounting surface for the gasket nice and clear. This last tip might be vehicle specific, but I thought I'd mention it. So because the Swift 1400 uses the slot and T-nut system, pretty much all the hardware on here is adjustable, or you can put it wherever you want basically. So out of the box, your latches are going to come on the side. But if you've got a big awning or ensuite or some sort of accessory that makes it difficult to get access to those latches, you can move them around. So we put ours on the back on this 4Runner. Makes it way easy. I can get to both latches, even with my accessories. And when I'm ready to set it up or pack it back down, I just hop on the back of the bumper, pop the latches. Super easy. Well, that's pretty much it for the quick tips and tricks. These are just a few things that we found that worked for us that made the tent a little more usable. If you have any other questions or want to see some of our other videos on the Swift 1400, or if you want to get one of these things if you haven't gotten one yet, go to Ironman4x4America.com. You can pick one up right there.